In the second video on the join and aggregate example, I'm going to look at a little bit more detail at some noteworthy points. The first thing is just to explain, let's have a look at our data source here. We're skipping the header record, that should be clear, which contains the field names, and the order items is that doesn't have anything too quirky, I don't think. Same thing there, we're skipping the first row. Let's take a look at this join. One of the really interesting things which is worth knowing is this field allow slave duplicates. If I have that to false, which is the default, what will happen is this is called the master. In this case the orders is the master, and there are about 800 odd orders, let's say, and there are about 2,300 order items. The master, what will come out by default is no more rows than there are rows in this master input source, so the orders. Whereas here we've got 2,300 order items, and what I really would expect to come out of the back here is 2,300 items. Well, I could swap these ports around so that the master is then order items, or I just change this here to true, and that ensures that duplicates are allowed, so it's about the same as swapping those around. Let's now run this, and you can see we've got debugs on all of our edges. Let's run this and we'll see what's going on. Okay, now we can see that we've got 830 orders in fact. We've got 2,155 order items. Those are being joined together to produce 2,155 items coming out of the join. Let's just take a look at the inputs. So if we look at the data coming in, you can see there's the order data, and if we look at this one, we can see the order details, the order items. You can see 3 orders for items for order number 10248. What comes out of the back here then, let's take a look at that edge, is we're interested in the unit price, the quantity, and the customer ID. And let's see why we're interested in those. It's because we want to merge in the customer ID field to give us the customer name. So what comes out of the back here is there's the company name. And we've actually multiplied, if you remember from the first part of this video, we've multiplied the unit price by quantity to give us the value of this line item. And that can then be fed into the aggregate function. And what comes out of the back of the aggregate function is our fully aggregated data. So there's our aggregate field, the company name, total number of sales, total value of the sales for this particular company, 1488, average sale value 372, total number of unit sales 4. We could obviously then format these numbers in a variety of ways if we want. That's beyond the scope of this particular demonstration. But that shows you then how the aggregate function does the same as a group by in SQL. And we're just writing that to the trash. Obviously I could write that to a file if I wanted, or elsewhere. So I hope that gives a good overview of 2 important and powerful functions.